everyone. Today I'm going to show you how you can take these plain pull tabs that you get off of milk containers and juice containers and turn them into full dazzling rings that you can give to your moms, grandma, great-grandma, and aunts on Mother's Day. So let's get started. So for this activity, you're going to need some pull tabs, and again, they come off of juice containers and milk containers or cartons. You're going to need some glitter. This is just regular Elmer's glue. And I also have a hot glue gun, which you would definitely need a parent to help you with if you have it. I have some gems if you have them. If not, you can go back and watch Mrs. C's video on how you make jewelry using plastic, Sharpie markers, containers, plastic containers, and a pair of scissors. All right, you can also use buttons like I used here or beads. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so to get started, you should first think about what kind of glitter you want for your base. Are you going to use gems if you have them? Do you have buttons or beads? Or are you going to have to make your own little gems using plastic? So I'm going to start first by using blue glitter. I am going to use this, I don't know, silvery type diamond, okay, for this ring. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to spread it all over the top of the tab. You don't need a ton of glue, but you want to make sure you cover the whole area. Okay. Then I'm going to take my glitter and I'm going to sprinkle it all over the top, making sure that I cover the whole top. Okay. Put that back and then I just shake it a little bit to get off any leftover glitter. Okay, I am going to put it down to dry while I start my next one. You're going with that. Okay, so on the next one, I think instead of using one of my gems, I'm going to make my own gem using the melted plastic. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to think what colors I may want for my background. I am thinking I will probably use the gold. Okay. And again, cover the surface. Take the glitter that you would like to use, sprinkle it over the top. Ooh. You can even mix your glitter if you only have 2 different colors or 3 different colors. You can actually mix them together. You can see on here, this has just been mixing because I've been making a couple. Okay, and again, we're gonna put this to the side just to dry. All right. And I've already started to think about my design or my possible designs. And I will tell you that you should definitely watch Mrs. C's video over again for some other jewelry ideas, but also to help with the making of these shapes. All right, so I first started with a green heart. And honestly, I've gone over this a couple of times just to make it darker. Okay, and I'm going to do the same with my diamond. Now, these should be small because remember, when you cut them out, you want them to be able to fit on top of your ring, okay? Or like that. Haven't decided yet. All right, you might need a grown-up to help you with this, but you are going to cut out your shapes, being very careful. Plastic is a little bit tricky to cut out. and it can get a little sharp depending on the shape that you cut. Okay, so there's my diamond. I'm going to cut out my heart. Now when I'm finished cutting these out, I am going to put them on a tray and bake them in the oven for 3 minutes on 300 degrees. So this is something that your parents are going to have to help you with. All right, so let's go. So I have both shapes cut out, and I'll make my decision after. All right, so we are going to put these on a baking tray, and like I said, we're going to cook them for 3 minutes on 300. So now we're gonna take our shapes out of the oven. All right, and you can see, actually they are nice and dark. Okay, so for this, I'm just gonna use my Elmer's glue. And this is gonna take a little while to dry. So you definitely want to give it some time. Don't touch it, leave it alone. And keep in mind that your glue is going to dry plain. So you're not gonna see all this white, I promise. All right, so that's the way that one's going to look until the glue dries. And then once you have it positioned, okay, now remember, there we go. Okay, keep in mind, so however you place your, let's call it piece of jewelry or gem, on the top, you can either have it facing out or facing in. It doesn't matter. I think it looks beautiful anyway. All right, so this needs to dry. So I am gonna take it off and let it dry, and then I'm going to show you how I use the hot glue gun to put on the gem. Okay, now for the last one, remember we have the blue sparkles. So I'm going to very carefully take my gem, and I'm going to put the hot glue on the back. And then I'm going to take it and attach it to my ring, just like so. Gonna give it a little press, and then it is done. Okay, I hope you give these rings a try. I know that whoever you give them to, they are going to absolutely love them.